OverDose vapes. Keep your coils tight. Keep your wicks wet. If you're looking for new flavors, I'm all about the clouds, bro. Filling up a clear road, we're dripping on the sub-ohm. Reviews for the juice while traffic jobs post viewed on YouTube and prepare for overdose.
Hello, you beautiful people out there in YouTube land. This is Travis from OverDoseVapes, and we are taking a look at the H-PRIV 2. This is from SMOK. Ooh, mine's got a little battle wound right there. It's from SMOK, but this one was sent out to me by VPROCITY. VPROCITY. Google it. That's who they are. It's a great little online store. Good friend of the channel. They send out stuff for us to review from time to time. And they got good prices, and they're good people. So go check them out. VPROCITY. Yeah. Google it. And yeah, good people, like I said. So they sent out this. Well, they let me pick. And I've always liked this side detonator style switch on the H-PRIVs. And so I was really excited to try the H-PRIV 2. It comes with the SMOK Big Baby Prince, I think is the name of this tank. I will put it on the screen right now. And yeah, I was super excited until I got it. Okay? Want to go up close, check it out. Check out the mod, check out the tank a little bit, and then we'll kind of dig into it about what I like about it and the things that disappoint me about it, okay? But let's do that right now.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Okay, we're back. Okay, so aesthetically and structurally, this is an amazing one. I love the way it looks. It feels so nice in the hand. When it has a set of batteries in it, it feels straight up substantial. It feels like a brick. It feels nice. But it has a really nice feel in the hand. It has a great hand feel. It's not too heavy. I mean, you can carry this around without very much problem. The menu system is quite easy to navigate. It's got 2 buttons up and down for wattage and menu selections, and then you make all your choices with the big switch here. I love the big switch. I absolutely love it. I think this is an amazing way to fire a mod. It just feels good. Feels manly to detonate something. Take it up. Okay, since we're talking about the menu, the one thing I dislike about the menu is to lock it and unlock it. All you gotta do is press the 2 up and the wattage up and down buttons. So, unlocked, locked, unlocked. Okay, that's it. To get into the menu, you press the detonator 3 times. That's gonna bring you to the menu. Then you navigate it. And I couldn't, I'm not a manual kind of guy, so it took me a while to actually figure out how to use this menu. But you make your selection with the wattage up and down buttons, and then you hold down the power button, and that's gonna make a selection. You have to like hold it down for a second, and mode wattage, strength, hard, selected. Okay, so and once you get the hang of it, it's super easy. I love that the screen is on top here. It's a great location for the screen. I think the menu system is totally functional. I think the mod feels great in the hand. It functions really well. I mean, I've had no misfires or anything like that. It totally functions as designed. There's a few things that I dislike about it. Okay. It says, everywhere I read, it says that this thing will fire down to 0.06 ohm coils, which is to be expected. And nowadays, all these, high wattages, 220 watts, high wattage, dual battery, regulated mods should be able to fire extremely super sub-ohm coils. That's what I've come to expect. I actually expect even lower. I expect most of these devices to fire down to 0.05 ohms. This one, though, it said 0.06, but from my experience, now whether or not that's just my device or whatever, it will not fire that low. I just put a 0.076 ohm coil in there. One of my mechanical beauties there that I use for my mech mods. Don't try this at home, kids and folks. But it didn't fire it. It wouldn't fire it. It said ohms too low. Okay, so I even tried changing the batteries to put new batteries in to see if maybe that was the issue. It just wouldn't fire it. Now that's well above the where it says it will fire that ohms. It just wouldn't fire it. In my experience, anything below 0.1, it's a crapshoot whether it's going to fire or not. So that's a big negative for me. That's a huge, huge negative. Now whether or not, like I said, whether or not that's just my device or all devices, I can only go by my experience. So that's a really big flaw. For me, that's a huge, huge no-go. Most of my coils are going to be below 0.1. That's just the reality of how I vape. And, for most people, it probably won't be a problem. For me, it's been one of the reasons why I don't use this thing. I use this thing only for, even my tanks, my rebuildable tanks, are below 0.1. I'm going to be totally real with you. And so I use it for like what it came with, which is this big baby Prince. And I use it for like my CBD tank that I use. It's got also pre-made coils in it. This is good for like pre-made coils. And I don't know about you, but I prefer my own coils. And yeah, so it's been a big negative for me. And then speaking of the tank, I mean, we're just gonna talk about it in passing. I've been very underwhelmed with this tank. I think the flavor is not that great. The amount of watts you can put into it is actually surprisingly low. I expected, I don't know what I expected, but you think of these SMOK tanks as being like kind of cloud tanks. And no, I mean 80 watts is pushing this pretty hard. And I have the 0.15 dudecaquadruple coil in here. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it's the big coil and it's the low ohm coil. And no, you're not putting it past 80 without getting some right on the verge of burnt. Okay, so let's put, actually I have it on 70, I had it on 76, but we'll put it up to 81 and we'll see what it does. It does say in here, and to its credit, it does say between 50 and 90, best at, I guess it's best at like 80 or 85 or something like that. But in my experience, even at 80, like I said, it's pushing it pretty hard. So we'll do it at 81. That one's okay, but I mean, chain vaping this, to me, it gets to be a little bit, tasting a little bit toasty at a certain point. So no, yeah, it does put off nice clouds, but the flavor's just not really there, in my opinion. It's a little underwhelming, and aesthetically, it does match fairly well. It matches the design of the mod. With the drip tip also being this kind of faux carbon fiber wrap that they have on the mod. But I just, to me, it's got a little bit too many ridges, it's got a little bit too much going on. I don't like the bubble glass that came installed on it. I'm just not a huge fan of the tank. I'm just not a huge fan. It does come with 2 coils, which is nice, but, the whole reason why I would get something like this, or somebody who's starting, would be that so you could grow with, so that this device could grow with you. You would quickly, ditch this tank in favor of an RDA or something. And, I just had a lot of trouble getting RDAs to function on it. So, some RDAs just won't, I don't know if they're just not seating properly, but they won't even show up onto the mod. Won't even, recognize them. And then the rest of the time, it's been very hit and miss for me. I will put on one that does function. I have a pair of alien coils in here that are like at 0.2, I believe, 0.2 ohms, and these are for my boy ADV coils, alien coils here, and you can go ahead and check him out on Instagram. It's _v_coils. Check him out. He sells these bad boys. Let me go ahead and juice this up. Because that's the whole thing. Is like with 220 watts, you want to be able to stretch your legs with these, with these devices, and you definitely can't do that with the tank. Don't even try to put 220 watts through that tank. You're going to be not having a good experience. But so that's why you would want to be able to grow with this thing. So kick it up to. We'll kick it up to like 200. This is at a 0.227 ohm coil. And then I put it up to 200 and it's just, boom, don't abuse protects. I don't know what that means. It just, first it said short, then it said don't abuse protects. I don't know what that's supposed to be saying to me. So it's just like, it's a hassle, it seems like, to get it to function at its maximum potential. So we'll go ahead and turn it down to 150 watts. Now, as you can see, once you get it up to actually working at those high wattages, it does work. It functions extremely well, and I like the way it feels, and I like that it puts off massive power, and especially in the hard mode, which I have it in right now, it kicks off the jams, man. It really is a hard hitter. But at 220 watts, I mean, you want below 0.1, in my opinion. You want something like 0.09 minimum, 0.07, and this in my experience, this just does not function that way. So I do like the way it works. I love the way it looks. Taking away the tank, just the mod, I'll give it. It's almost a 4. I'll say that. We don't do percentage points at 3. We only do percentage points after 4. Towards the 5, the mythical 5 perfection. But I will say, it's a 3, damn near a 4. Okay, I do like the what is this? This is the dot RDA 24. Okay, it actually matches nice, looks good. Now this coil is reading at 0.08. That is well above what this is supposed to be able to fire. And it says ohm too low. I wish you guys could see this. Let me see if I can focus this. Okay, 0.08. Ohm too low. Ohm too low. Ohm too low. So, yeah, that's a pretty big thing to go wrong, So yeah, even given that, okay, I do enjoy the mod enough to give it a 3, because it functions. When it does function, it functions great. All right. And I love the way it looks. Like I said, aesthetically, it's very pleasing. Mechanically, it feels good. It feels nice. It's very substantial. It is made well. The materials are nice. It comes, I think for the price, it's a good deal. You do get a nice, nice. You get a tank with it, with pre-built coils. Some people are huge fans of these tanks. They do put off, the vapor. They're good vapor, little cloud chasing tanks for people who want to get into vaping and want to blow some clouds. This will work, but it's just not, beyond that, it just, the whole ohm limit thing is a big turnoff for me. So yeah, it's going to be a 3 for the mod, with a caveat that it's almost a 4. For the tank, separately from the mod, I'll give it a 2 out of 5. It's very lackluster. The coils are pretty expensive, which is a big turnoff for me. I was looking at the coils for small packs of them. They're pretty pricey, and I just don't think the flavor's that great on them, to be totally honest. So yeah, as a whole unit, I'll give it a 3. I think it's a good. I think it is. Even given all the negative things I said, it's a good value. It's not expensive. You do get everything you need to start vaping, minus the e-liquid and the batteries. So. Take it as you will. I do enjoy this for certain applications. It's just very limited on what I can use it for, so I don't use it as much as I would like to. All right. Thank you so much to VPROCITY for sending this out. They continue to amaze me. They're a great group of guys over there, and I will always recommend you guys head over to their site. And so yeah, thanks to them. Thanks to you for coming and watching the old video with me. And keep your coils tight. And we'll see you next time. And until then, keep it loose. Peace out. Keep it loose. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying anymore. But please, keep your coils tight. We'll see you later. Peace out.